Hey guys, welcome back to Operation RV. I'm glad you got a chance to come back in and check with me on this new episode here with Blue. So like you see there in the description, we'll be doing sound deadener. We'll be doing heat or AC insulator along with carpet. And you probably might hear my voice now echoing, and that's because I'm actually inside the cab. Seat and everything has been removed, and everything is pretty much echoing here on my side. So I'm not sure if the video is going to go ahead and pick that up, but if it does, my apologies. So that's what we're actually doing today, is fixing that. So real quick, everything has been removed from the roof skin, so you can hear that. That's a lot of echoing. And of course, you know, on the back here, everything, the floor, everything is echoing. So what I'll be doing today is adding the Mat66 sound deadener, which is going to go ahead and completely change this aspect to where you don't hear the outside road noise. Plus, you can hear more of your cabin type conversations along with radio. So stick around and stay with me, and let's get this stuff installed. All right, so what we got here on the left is 36 square feet of 80 millimeter sound deadening by a company called Mat66. And since my name is Matt, obviously I had to do Mat66. They got a brand out there called Kill Mat, which I wasn't fond of, so I went ahead and stuck with Mat66 and a few other guys that are in the same competition as far as thickness and sound deadening material goes. We got a pair of trimming scissors. These are heavy duty, and of course I picked up this roller specifically for sound deadening for like $5 on Amazon. Awesome stuff. But this is how it comes to you. And got a bunch of these sheets here. I want to say it's 9 by 14. So this is the parts list on pretty much everything that we're going to be doing today. Let's get started. All right, guys, so one of the problems that I was having was all that was in my truck was just the seat. There was no padding, there was no carpet, no sound deadening, nothing, just pretty much the rooftop and the seat. And what I started kind of noticing really bad was just how much road noise from the exhaust, from the actual motor being so close to the firewall and not having anything shielding in between this. It almost made you to where you had to yell, you know, just having a conversation, and the noise was almost droning. And so what I will tell you is that right off, I'm like, I have to have carpet and all this stuff added. It helped a little bit after that. Once I got my radio installed, I noticed just a different type of harmony with the music now mixing in with the road noise. Made the drive a lot better. So today we have some awesome stuff going on here, like I mentioned in the intro, with adding this sound deadener stuff along with the heat and AC shield. So it'll actually keep the heat out from underneath the cab, or keep the heat from the wintertime in the cab, along with the AC in the cab during the summertime with carpet. So here's a couple examples of what I'll be doing this afternoon. So I'm going to be adding a sheet of the sound deadener here. This is inside the actual driver's side door. You hear that. I'm going to be doing the same thing to the passenger side. I'm going to be adding a few sheets to the roof. And of course, I'm going to cover as much as I can with the flooring, and a little bit on this back too. I have 36 square feet. You don't have to butt them up to be perfect, because you'll see once I lay this out, it's going to be a night and day difference on the sound echoing of this vehicle. So just keep that in mind when you're applying this stuff. It doesn't have to cover, you know, every square inch of the vehicle. If you need to allow like a 2-inch gap in between each seat, or even a little bit further, you can, because it's still going to dampen the sound barrier to where you don't get that echo effect. All right, so here's a quick demo on just how simple this sound deadener is to be added. So I went ahead and peeled off the backing, which is pretty simple. And what I've been doing is, just like I mentioned, just spacing it out about 1 inch or so between each sheet. And again, this is one hand. So, all right, let's see. Get that wire over. And let's see. It's about like that. There we go. So what I'm doing is running your fingers up in between these lines here, like that, right? Folding everything over, getting the contour of this done. And then what I'll do is I'll come back with this tool right here and I'll give you a quick demo. So this is a heavy roller. Actually, the ball in this part is actually pretty heavy. But you see these little square bubbles? That's all the thickness, that 80 millimeter backing. So when you roll over it, it's essentially doing this. So all you're doing is just kind of rolling this over and sticking this really, really good. Like this. So once you get those groove impressions in the roll, it's now stuck pretty good. And it only took me about 5 minutes to go ahead and get this part done. So let's get working. All right, guys. So we got her all pretty much sound deadened here, and my truck is probably, I want to say, is it 5 feet 3 inches this way by another 5, something like that. But anyways, 36 square feet. It does a lot of coverage. I do have 2 sheets in my door, and a couple spare pieces along with this door as well. 2 pieces with a spare. The roof, I have 6. And as you can tell, it's a huge sound deadening difference. There's no more echo, which I am totally stoked about. And actually, it turned out a lot better than I thought. I was kind of skeptic with the stickiness, or that the stickiness level of the adhesive, but it was actually pretty malleable, and you can mess around with pushing it around corners pretty good. Nothing tore. The aluminum was fine. Everything worked great. Only thing next is to locate a couple of the bolt holes for the seat. Other than that, the install went fairly simple, and I am totally stoked. So go ahead and stick around for this upcoming next video. We'll all be installing the heat shield, or the AC barrier, along with the carpet. So guys, again, thanks for tuning back in on this episode of Blue on getting it sound deadened. And like always, guys, drop me a comment down below, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification if you haven't already for any upcoming vids. And until next time, God bless.